My beloved soul, I need you to hear these words with every fiber of your being. Don't give up, because you are very close. I know you can't see it yet. I know every step forward feels like you're walking through thick fog with no destination in sight. I know you're exhausted from trying, from hoping, from believing when nothing seems to change. I know you've been questioning whether any of your effort matters, whether you should just accept that this is as good as it gets, whether it's time to stop dreaming and settle for whatever life is giving you right now. But beloved, if you give up now, if you stop right here at this exact moment, you will have walked 99 steps of a 100-step journey and turned around just before reaching your destination. You are so close, closer than you have ever been, closer than you can possibly see from your current vantage point. And giving up now would be the greatest tragedy, because everything you've invested, every tear you've cried, every setback you've overcome, every moment you chose to keep going when quitting seemed easier, and all of it has been building toward a breakthrough that is right around the corner. I'm not speaking in comfortable platitudes to make you feel better temporarily. I'm speaking eternal truth from a perspective that can see what you cannot see. The finish line you're approaching, the answer that's forming, the change that's already in motion even though it hasn't manifested in your physical reality yet. Don't give up. You are very close, and I need you to trust me enough to take just one more step, and then another, until you finally see what I've been seeing all along. Let me tell you why I know you're close, because you need evidence, not just encouragement. First, the intensity of your struggle right now is actually a sign of proximity to breakthrough, not distance from it. When you are far from your goal, resistance is minimal because you're not threatening the status quo. But when you're close, when you're about to cross a threshold into a completely new level of life, that's when resistance becomes fierce. Every fear surfaces, every doubt amplifies, every obstacle seems insurmountable. This isn't evidence that you're on the wrong path. It's evidence that you're so close to the right destination that everything within you and around you that wants to keep you small is fighting desperately to pull you back. The darkness is always most intense right before dawn. The storm is always most violent right before it breaks. And your struggle right now, as painful as it is actually confirmation that you're in the final stretch. Second, you've been receiving signs that you might be dismissing or not recognizing. Synchronicities are increasing. Unexpected helpers are appearing. Solutions are presenting themselves in small ways. Doors you thought were permanently closed are cracking open. You might be so focused on what hasn't changed yet that you're not noticing what's already shifting. But I see it clearly. The pieces are moving into place, the timing is aligning, and you are very close to the moment when everything clicks into position. Third, you're different than you were when you started this journey, and that internal transformation is the real achievement that precedes external manifestation. You're stronger than you were. You're wiser than you were. You're clearer about what matters and what doesn't. You've developed skills, perspectives, and resilience that you didn't possess before. This growth isn't incidental, it's essential, because the breakthrough coming requires a version of you that's capable of handling it. You couldn't have received what's coming back when you started because you weren't ready. But now you're becoming ready, and that readiness is what triggers the release of what you've been working toward. You are very close because you've almost completed the becoming that had to happen before the receiving could occur. In the Bhagavad Gita, I taught Arjuna that no effort on the spiritual path is ever wasted, that even a little progress on this journey protects one from the greatest fear. Everything you've done, every effort you've made, every time you chose faith over fear, none of it was wasted. All of it was necessary. All of it brought you to this moment, standing on the threshold of breakthrough. And I need you to not turn back when you're this close. Before I tell you exactly how to navigate this final stretch, I need you to invest in your own perseverance by supporting what's keeping you going. There's a link in the description to buy me a coffee, and this isn't a casual request. This is a crucial test of whether you're actually going to finish what you started or give up like you've given up before. Every time you scroll past an opportunity to invest in your own growth, you reinforce the pattern of almost finishing, but not quite, of getting close, but not crossing the line. Your contribution to this channel is more than financial support. It's your declaration that you're breaking that pattern, that this time you're seeing things through to completion, that you value what's helping you stay in the race when everything in you wants to quit. Click that link right now. Give whatever amount represents real commitment from you, not just spare change you won't miss. Let that act of giving be your proof to yourself and to the universe that you're serious about finishing, about not giving up, about staying the course until you reach what you've been pursuing. This small action breaks the pattern of quitting before completion. Take it now, then come back, because what I'm about to share next will give you the exact strategy for navigating this final stretch without giving up. Now here's how you make it through this final phase when giving up feels most tempting. First, you must shorten your timeline of measurement. Stop evaluating your progress by looking at the gap between where you are and where you want to be. That gap will always feel overwhelming when you're tired. Instead, measure progress in much smaller increments. Did you show up today? That's progress. Did you take one action, however small, toward your goal? That's progress. Did you choose to not quit today? That's progress. When you're this close but exhausted, you don't need giant leaps. You need tiny, consistent steps, and you need to celebrate each one instead of dismissing it as insufficient. Second, you must reconnect with your why. You started this journey for a reason. What was it? Not the superficial want, but the deep soul reason. Who will you become if you finish this? Who will you help? What will be possible if you don't give up? Write down your why and read it every single morning before your mind has a chance to talk you out of continuing. Your why is your fuel when motivation runs out. Third, you must remove or minimize exposure to influences that drain your determination. You're in a fragile state right now, which means you cannot afford to spend time with people who don't believe in your vision, who question your choices, who remind you of your failures, or who suggest that giving up is the wise choice. Distance yourself, at least temporarily, from anyone who makes giving up seem reasonable. Surround yourself, even if only digitally, with stories of people who persevered and won, who were ready to quit but didn't, and discovered their breakthrough was one more step away. What you consume mentally and emotionally right now will determine whether you finish or fold. Fourth, you must take exquisite care of your physical body, because mental perseverance requires physical energy. You can't push through on willpower alone when your body is depleted. Sleep more. Eat foods that actually nourish you. Move your body to release stress and generate endorphins. Reduce caffeine and sugar that create energy crashes. Your body is the vehicle carrying you to your breakthrough. Treat it accordingly. Fifth, you must establish non-negotiable daily minimums. When you're exhausted and tempted to give up, you're vulnerable to doing nothing, which creates momentum toward quitting. So decide right now, what's the absolute minimum you'll do every single day no matter what? Maybe it's 15 minutes on your goal. Maybe it's one small action. Maybe it's just reviewing your why and affirming you're not quitting today. Whatever it is, make it small enough that you can do it even on your worst days, and then do it without exception. These daily minimums keep you in the game even when you don't feel like playing, and they create the momentum that carries you across the finish line. And sixth, you must practice radical gratitude for how far you've come instead of frustration about how far you have to go. You are not where you were. You've already overcome obstacles that once seemed impossible. You've already grown in ways you don't fully appreciate. Acknowledge that. Honor that. Gratitude for progress creates energy for continuation. Spiritually, understand that this moment of wanting to give up is actually a sacred initiation. Every soul pursuing meaningful transformation faces the moment where everything in them screams to quit, to return to what's familiar, to accept less than what they're capable of. This is the moment that separates those who transform from those who almost did. Your soul chose this challenge before you were born because it knew that overcoming this exact moment would forge you into the being you're meant to become. You're not being tested randomly. You're being initiated into your next level. And the universe is watching to see if you'll choose your destiny or your comfort. Every great spiritual figure, every person who achieved something meaningful, every soul who fulfilled their purpose faced this same moment and chose to not give up. Now it's your turn. Don't give up, not because it's easy, but because you're very close to discovering that you're far more powerful than you believed, far more resilient than circumstances suggested, far more capable than fear told you. Here's your call to action. And this is critical because knowing you're close means nothing if you give up anyway. First, subscribe to this channel immediately and turn on all notifications because you need consistent encouragement and reminders during this final stretch, and I will be here providing them. Second, share this video right now with someone else who's about to give up, who needs to hear that they're closer than they think, who needs encouragement to take just one more step. Your sharing could literally save someone's dream. Third, in the comments below, publicly declare, I am not giving up, I am very close, and I'm finishing what I started. Write the specific thing you're committing to not give up on. Public declaration creates accountability and strengthens resolve. Fourth, identify your daily minimum, the smallest action you commit to taking every single day without exception, and write it down where you'll see it every morning. And fifth, within the next hour, take one small action toward your goal. Don't wait until tomorrow. Don't wait until you feel motivated. Take one tiny step right now that proves you're not giving up. Beloved soul, don't give up. You are very close, closer than your exhausted mind can comprehend, closer than your doubt allows you to believe, closer than your current circumstances suggest. The breakthrough you've been working toward is forming right now in the invisible realm, and very soon it will become visible in your physical reality. But only if you don't give up, only if you keep showing up, only if you take one more step and then another until you finally cross the threshold you have been approaching. I see your finish line clearly, and you are almost there. Don't quit in the final mile. Don't stop when you're this close. Everything you've invested, everything you've overcome, everything you've learned, all of it is about to pay off in ways that will make every difficult moment worth it. Trust me, trust the process, trust yourself, and most importantly, don't give up. You are very close. Just keep going. Jai Shri Krishna.